everyone, today I'm here with my January wrap-up and February TBR. Now I decided to film this at a really stupid time. I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'm sorry if I don't go into too much detail about my thoughts about these things, but I'll try and do as much as I can. But let's get started with what I read in January. First of all, I finally finished The Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. This is one I started a very long time ago and it took me a while to finish it, but I finally did and ended up really enjoying this one. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I think I might have rated it a little higher if I had read it in a much shorter period of time, but I liked the magic system in this world and I really liked the characters that we're introduced to and all of the action and tension and things like that, and I'm really excited to continue on with this series. Next, I listened to the audiobook version of Bossypants by Tina Fey. I also gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really funny and entertaining and I really enjoyed it. I've never read any memoirs or biographies or anything like that, so this was my first time and I really liked it and I'm definitely going to be picking up some more. I'll mention more about that later on in my currently reading because I have picked up another one. And I really enjoyed listening to the audiobook version of this as well because we got to hear it from Tina Fey herself, which was pretty cool. Next, I read The Whispers of the Fallen by JD Netto. I was sent this one for review, so I will be doing a review of this one at some point, hopefully very soon. I do have a lot of reviews I need to catch up on, but this one I thought was pretty good. I liked the concept of it, but I did have some issues with the writing style. The main thing was that I found it was too much telling instead of showing, but I will again go into more details in my actual review of this one, but I gave this, I think, about a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm still letting this one sink in and everything before I do the review, but somewhere around that mark. I also finished Fairy Tales from the Brothers Grimm, another one that I started a really long time ago, and overall I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. This was a lot of fun and entertaining, and I liked being able to see some of the original fairy tales of some of the stories that have been quite well known, particularly through Disney and things like that, but in this case they're generally a little more gruesome, which was really cool to see. I think my favourite story, I've got it marked here, my favourite story was The Giant with the 3 Golden Hairs. I don't know why, but I just thought it was really clever and funny and I enjoyed it. So the reason I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars was because I didn't enjoy all of the stories. Obviously there were some that were kind of and some that I was just like, just didn't care for. So that is that. Next I have Inkdeath by Cornelia Funke, another book that I started a very long time ago. And this is the 3rd and final book from the Ink Heart trilogy, and this one got a 3 out of 5 stars for me. I definitely think if I had read this closer to when I read the first books, I would have enjoyed it more, since it's been several years since I picked up Ink Heart. But overall I did enjoy it and I really liked how the ending came about. It just took me a little while to really get engrossed in the story and find that connection with the characters again. I also picked up All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and my goodness, this book blew me away. I didn't realize how invested I was in this story and how much it just drew me in until about halfway through the book, I think. It kind of just took me by surprise how much I loved this book. I don't know what it was. I was reading it and I was enjoying it. I had no problems with it, but all of a sudden I was just like, my god, this book is freaking amazing. And I've already recommended this to several of my friends who have picked it up and freaking loved it as well. So it blew me away. It blew me away. I will also be doing a review of this one as well, so keep your eyes peeled. Next, I have the Bookshop Book by Jen Campbell. The lovely Jen sent this my way to read and review, so again, another review I need to do. This one I also gave a 5 out of 5 stars. This is a non-fiction that takes a look at a bunch of different bookshops all around the world, some quirky, some interesting, and some just super awesome. And I really enjoyed learning about all of these amazing bookshops, and I want to go and visit all of them. There was also a bunch of really interesting facts and information throughout the book, which I thought was wonderful. This book also made me laugh and it was just a lot of fun to read. I definitely recommend this if you are a fan of books and bookshops. You probably are, so pick it up. The last book that I finished in January was Rebellion by JD Netto. This is the sequel to The Whispers of the Fallen, and I think I gave this one about a 3 out of 5 stars as well. Again, I will be doing a review of this one. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do a joint review of the first 2 books or separate ones. If you have a preference, let me know, but I'm not sure. I'll have a think about it, but yes. I'll talk about this one at a later date. Now for the books that I'm currently reading. I picked up Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This beautiful book. Oh my god. I haven't read much of this at all, but when I was reading it, I was kind of really sleepy, so I wasn't taking a huge amount in, so I might have to start from the beginning again, but from what I've read, I'm enjoying it. I've heard fabulous things about this book as well, so definitely looking forward to finishing this one off very soon. I've also started listening to another audiobook, and that is Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I've only listened to about an hour of that so far, but what I've listened to, I'm definitely enjoying it. And now for my February TBR. Firstly, I plan on reading Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Saenz. I still need to figure out how to pronounce this, I'm terrible. This is the January/February read for the Little Book Club, and I'm really excited. As you guys probably know, this is a reread for me, one of my favorite books of 2013, and I definitely recommend it. If you're going to be reading this one along with us, we will be doing a live show sometime towards the beginning of March. I find out my uni timetable very soon, so I will be doing an announcement video for the live show soon. But apart from that, if you want to discuss it as you're reading, I'll leave links down below to the discussion threads on Goodreads. I also plan on picking up Saree by Su Dharmapala. This is one of the books that I hope to read during the bunch of readathons I did in January, but I didn't get up to it. But this is one that has me very, very intrigued, and it's a bit of a chunky book, but I'm excited about it. I also plan on picking up Private Peaceful by Michael Morpurgo. This is a book that my friend lent me, and it's his favorite book of all time, and he said I needed to read it, so I'm gonna read it. It's a pretty short one. I think I could fly through this pretty quickly, and I'm looking forward to it. And now for the last book that I'm going to be planning on reading during February, I'm gonna take to the TBR jar. You guys haven't seen this in a little while, and it's looking a little different. I've kind of revamped my TBR jar, made it look a little more pretty, and I've actually updated what was inside because my previous TBR jar hadn't been updated in a really long time. I kind of slacked on that part. But I've refilled it with all of my current books, and yeah, it's time to pick out another book from my TBR jar. And what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, the book I'm gonna be reading is You. Okay, where is it? I've moved it recently. Let me go find it. Okay, here it is. You by Austin Grossman. And I think this has to do with gaming, maybe a little bit about game design and playing games. I'm not entirely sure, but it has me intrigued and I'm really excited to read this one. Okay, that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below about anything that I mentioned today, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Probably a review because I need to do a lot of those. Okay, I've got to go, so I'll see you next time. Bye!